Good, numbing. Hello, YouTube. Hope you're all doing well. We're back with more Dark Souls 3. Last time we left off, we managed to take down the First Lord and get all the way to Pontiff Sullivan. Today, our priority is to at least get the next Lord done. I mean, touch wood, we should get all the way to the Third Lord. So I'm going to go for Aldrich first, and then after Aldrich, we will start working towards Yorm. If we end up doing both today, like super early, instead of going to Lordric Castle, we'll start doing like the main game cleanup. We're not going to start the DLC until after Lordric Castle, but I want to try and get most of everything else done. When we go into Lordric, I want the only things left to be the things in Lordric, as in like secret stuff, as in going to Champion Gundyr and all that stuff, and the stuff that we need to get to Archdragon Peak. Which I don't 110% remember how to get to Archdragon Peak, so we will figure that one out together. I know where you're supposed to end up, but I can't remember where the pose you need to get picked up to go there is. So we'll figure that one out together. But other than that, we'll see how it goes. Of course, you slip through the gap. There we go. We'll see, but if we get Yorn done early, we will go to Demon Ruins, is what I was going to get at too. Because we did Old Demon King, so we just need to explore the ruins. I'm just not up for it. Just wasn't up for it straight away, because we literally went from one Catacombs-esque environment, and we've got like 2 more Catacomb-esque environments that we're going to be going to yet. Thought I heard something coming my way. It's like, ow! You'll see that I lost my Ember because I went exploring, and of course that exploration just led to my death. I went back exploring the catacombs and found another tome. I also found a side quest. That one knight who has like his silent but like extra Horus. I found that one knight without Horus, and you went, oh, if you see him, use the Prism Stones to try and like lead him back to me, please. And I was like, all right. So if we see him, we can let him know. I hope you've all been doing well. I am pretty tired today. It's getting to that point again where it's super warm here in the UK. We've got a heat wave impending, and so it's starting to affect my sleep, like it always does. Like it was the other week when it was super hot as well. Oh hey. But I'm functioning, we're getting there. So this is kind of like an unnecessary shortcut. I mean, it is nice to have, and we'll keep it down, but it's like, we didn't go far before we found that, you know? I will sit on this, though. Get the Estus back. Because we literally just, like, went up here and then went along and found the door. Because we literally just went through there. I think a couple of these guys can get up, so I'm just going to kind of stay kind of wary. Okay, we got caught mid-roll. Also, we need to kill those guys up there before we deal with this guy. There's nothing more vicious in these games than the punish of being caught mid-dodge. And I feel like it's the most egregious in this game. It feels very aggressive. You get caught mid-roll, you just die. Okay, we'll go up here instead and clean out these guys. I think this is one way. Yep. If we clear out all these guys, it'll be a lot easier to fight that NPC. Oh, you heard me, fuck. You for real? Oh, you have a guy woke up. Oh, there's still another one of you? Hang on. Yeah, I know those two are pursuing, but we should be able to get to this guy before. Oh, there's a few of you guys up here that I missed. Ah, fuck. Okay. I see the problem. Oh, it's gonna be annoying. That's why I was trying to aggro only one of them. Fucking Christ. Sometimes you just gotta go for hyper aggression. Get out of here. Well, there goes most of my Estus, but we're fine. Where's my souls? Oh, in between the pit. Got it. But yeah, it's partly why tomorrow's going to be an Atelier stream with Atelier Shaylee, because I know I'm just going to get more tired. And then also I'll take Saturday off because that'll be hell. It'll be busy at work. I already know it will be. Summer's breaking in and it's the weekend. It'll be busy. Oh, I thought I saw something over here. I think that was just snow. Whoops. Let's get into cover. What are you hiding? A dark stone plate ring. Is that just dark resistance? Yes. Okay, so that would have been helpful for above. But do you see after like Dark Souls 2, where like Dark Souls 2, there was a fair number of points where I had to be super wary of my durability and use repair powder, and in this I haven't had to think about it once. Like, we've just done all that fighting, and look at the little red bar under my weapon in the bottom left corner. That has not been dented much at all. That's what I mean, was like that was the biggest adjustment from 2. Is that in 1 and 3, you rarely have to worry about your durability. If ever, in 3's case. And in 2, it's like, no, things break all the fucking time. Especially when it's against Sin. That's the only thing. So I think Liza P has like, some kind of durability system as well. I'm just like, ugh. Oh, well, it wouldn't be an Anor Londo-esque environment if there wasn't rooftops and deadly archers. Let me top up my healing before I try this. I think there might be something. Alright, going for it. You're alive? Fall off, thank you. I think there was a... Oh no, he did die. I think there might have been a platform underneath us because he didn't see him die. Ow. Don't you fucking dare. I saw that. You were starting to get amped up. I would have thought that was a fake wall. Look how weirdly positioned that window is. Imagine living in that room. I just check out the window. Oh, it's just walls. Okay, so an entrance there. And I said, imagine living in a place like this. Oh, can you send a message to the other end of the castle, please? Yeah, sure. It'll take about 3 days. Will there be rests along the way? Okay, shop ashes. Oh, do you want to live here? Yeah, only if I can live next to the front door, though. I'll build my whole house next to the front door. I have enough room. I think, yeah, we do need to go this way. Can I try and bait one of them up? Deal with them one at a time. Alright, you've got to give me another drop attack and we'll take it. Yep. That leads to in there. Oh, that's going to be the shortcut. Let's go open that. Yeah, because it's the big bridge. That'll lead down to that one-way door. Which is actually then kind of handy, because it's from one shortcut to the next, because dead opposite is that the other shortcut we just came in on. So now that first shortcut we unlocked has relevancy, because it's a straight line now. Because on its own, it was kind of fucking worthless. I do see the item. Dragon Slayer stuff. I never tried doing like an archery-esque run. I don't know how that really goes down. If that's fun to do, or if it's kind of meh. I say that, I've never really committed to a magic run in a Souls game, only Elden Ring, which I guess technically kind of counts, but also Elden Ring has like 1,000,001 more options compared to any of the Souls games, just because of the scale of the fucking game. You look anywhere and there's something for your build. And the only time you might struggle is Melania in the main game. Just because of how evasive she is and how much she's trying to get in. Okay, there's just like another pillar. And there's nothing under here, no. Oh, is this like a... Yeah, like a burial room. Oh, hey, Gwyn. I was gonna say, is this still here from last time? Oh, yeah, this is literally the Guinevere boss room. How funny. Just so you know whereabouts where you are in Anolondo now. Is there anything actually down here, though? Or is it more just like the brass armor? Which I should probably actually check if it's any good. It is, but it is... heavy. Like, oh, it doesn't seem as heavy. That's worse. Oh, Jesus. Hey, yeah, we'll put that on then. I was like, which is better? And then I equipped it and found out. I mean, the Katarina is going to be the best, but also the Katarina is going to be heavy as sin. Oh, fucking big stompies. Your normal chest. A reversal ring. Males can perform female actions and vice versa. What? I guess that's very fitting for someone as gender fluid as Gwendolyn, but still. Too heavy. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Is that just barely? Yep. Yeah, I'll go full Lothric. As much as it's nice to fuck around with the Katarina stuff, not yet. If we can get that one ring from Dark Souls 1 and 2, where it's like, as long as it's equipped, you get like a huge boost in your like load and stamina, but if you take it off, it breaks. If we can find that ring again, then maybe. But yeah, this should be your cue if you didn't realize that the statue is like, no, you're in the Dark Souls 1 area now. Because this is the lift. Is it here? I have something to drop the test. I do. Yes, it's here. I think it's a straight line, but I'm also, like, paranoid. I think it's a straight line, and then you just, like, hop off the side here. Hello.
Name thyself, stranger. I am Yorshka.
Hello, Yorshka.
Captain of the Dark Moon Knights. What beckoned thee to such a place? Thou thinkst too. Very well. Captain to this knightless company I remain. I will grant thee purpose. Thou'st journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I place thee under the aegis and the power of the Dark Moon. Thou art now a blade of the Dark Moon.
Which is honestly what we want, since we're going for a dark mode. Or the Age of Dark ending.
Swear this oath, and face thy solemn duty. Oh, good blade of the Dark Moon. Welcome home. If I can provide thee succor, only tell me how.
Oh,
Long ago, our father
I threw that in my storage box. I need to get that out.
Of the fire, became cinder of his own will. Now, the fire is linked by the champions who have come in his stead, such as the will of Father and the gods. And so the Dark Moon Knights took arms to watch over those who link the fire. But long ago, our company lost its last proper knight. Only its covenant was preserved to this day, until the time of thy visit. Heirdom taketh many forms, indeed. Off so soon, may the Dark Moon watch over thee.
I'll be back. Can I access my storage box from here? Yes. Okay, there we go. I was like, how do I switch? That's roster of knights. Do I not have a... There we go. I knew I had one.
Oh, if I... Off so soon.
Take care, my lady. Missed it. Fuck, of course. Death perception, baby. Painting Guardian. Can't actually remember what was at the bottom of this. Oh no, yeah, I know exactly what's at the bottom of this. We were here last time, and I was like, oh, there must be a way down from above then. Yeah, it's over here, because there's a bonfire here as well. Okay. I didn't realise this was all linked. I'm going back up because I want to try and get that one item. Jesus. curved sword. Oh, I mean, it has worse scaling, but that's also because, you know, I've altered it like that. Yeah, but if it's actually compared to this, no. Pass. Thanks, though, game. This sword you start with the mercenaries is honestly just way too good. I might honestly like end up keeping it for most of the run. Unless we get like a really good katana. Like that one katana we found in Blighttown in DS1. I think if we can't get back to that lift from Prison Tower, so you have to go back to Pontiff, but we opened up the whole shortcut path, so that's fine. But reminder while we're doing this, I'm going to be off both Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to be out of town. Where's the lift? There it is. And just in case, I'll send it back down before we go. So the Monday metaphor will instead be on either Thursday or Friday, because we'll come back on Wednesday for the Zenless update first. Also, my throat is a little, like, you might be able to hear it, it's a little shot today. Jeez. But I'm drinking plenty of water. But it's also kind of why, like, I'm going to be relaxing into the end of the week, so I'll be getting ready. So, like, tomorrow will be out later, and then Sunday, the Fate collab, I doubt will require too much from me. Other than just getting all, like, excited over Saber and Archer and Lancer. Oh, and apparently, because we know that the collab roles are going to be separate from like the limited banner and standard banner. Apparently, they're going to maintain their pity for future collabs, which means HSR, at least for now, seemingly planning more collabs. And then whatever your pity is at for the collab will carry over uniquely for it. Also, just to double check, I don't think there's anything over this side. No. And it's deaf as well, because you can hear the scream. Oh, and there's the bonfire I probably should have tapped before I went back to the church, but now, well. Hello, Anne Orlando. Long time no see. Before we do that, though, let's go spend our souls, because we've got a fair amount of them.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak. Very well, then taken.
2 levels. Yeah, we'll push to try and get this to 40, and then we'll start like spacing these out again.
Ashen One, Sovereign. I'm Ashen. Fair work, Nathan.
Give you the Easterner's Ash. Oh, you saw large shards now, that's good. Oh, there it is, the Easterner set. I was going to say, it has to be in there somewhere. Honestly, the fashion souls inside me kind of wants to get the Abyss Watcher set. Oh, the big fucking hat. What on his crown? Slows equipment air. Boost damage absorption when HP is full. Okay, so better defense on first hit.
Ashen.
Oh, actually, do I have any... Instead of me having to pop them, do I have any souls to just sell like that? Hey, one man, hope you're doing well, dude. I came in at I like how in this game all the souls are like different shapes and colors instead of like in Dark Souls 1 and 2 where it was just one of 3 designs. It was either standard soul, Lord Soul, or corrupted soul.
Ashen one.
I wish I could compare from this screen. Allergies are a bitch though. Oof. Fairs. So I have to do it manually. 3.8, 4, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay.
Ashen one.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so it's better elemental coverage, but less basic coverage for the Legion stuff. What about the Eastern Armory? 4, 2, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. Okay, so real piss poor magic coverage, but pretty solid slash resistance and balance about compared to ours. Okay, I'll keep what we got.
That is, wasn't it?
We need 2 Titanite chunks.
Pretty.
Alright, let's go Anor Londo. Let's return to Anor Londo from Dark Souls 1. Which isn't just here to be like fan service. Oh, Dark Souls 1. There is a lore reason. It's because all the lands where the Age of Fire has gone on for so long, all the lands are merging together. Unfortunately, their interpretation of all the lands merging together is just Dark Souls 1. It's like, because this team is the Dark Souls 1 team, and they, from what I can tell, didn't really care too much for Dark Souls 2. You know, what the B team did, so like, they acknowledge it a little bit. In fact, I got Chaos. Well, if you mean like an SMT5 Vengeance, they're just reflective of the choices you made. But there's something wrong with that, because it means you got to beat up Mastema. And his sick boss theme. And his hilariously bullshit strategy that you can very easily cheese if you've got the right setup. But it's really fun to see in action with you fighting properly. Because his whole gimmick is every time you hit a weakness or get a crit on him, he gets an extra turn when it's his cycle. So if you give him a lot of extra turns, you like if you hit his weakness like on like one full drive, fucking these guys are annoying together. This is why I try and fight them one at a time. Whereas any time it gives you a choice to either agree with Yoko or I forget the other girl's name. If you agree with Yoko, you're more chaos. Yeah, these two being together are a pain in the ass. I need to try and divide them. One night is difficult enough sometimes. Trying to deal with 2 at the same time, no, they've got each other's backs too much. It's why, like, on my second playthrough, which I still need to get back to. I've been procrastinating that way too long. But my second playthrough, I'm literally just disagreeing with Yoko at every turn. Like, I'm so far into lore, it's ridiculous, just so I can get that ending knocked off. Alright, you come way the fuck down here, because I don't want to deal with your body. Your buddy. Oh, yeah, to be blunt, you get used to that. That's a very common thing in Shin Megami Tensei. They will never directly tell you a thing that you have done has directly affected your alignment. They want you to commit to the choices you make on a personal level, and then whatever you get at the end is representative of the choices you made. The only one that's clear is Strange Journey, and all they do in Strange Journey is, in battle, your name will be the color of your alignment. If it's white, it's neutral. If it turns red, you're chaos. If it's blue, you're law. So if you've just made a choice, you go into a fight, and suddenly your name's gone blue, you know you've just made a law choice. But the reason why Strange Journey does that is because they made it affect gameplay as well. Law-aligned demons will do better if you're law, but will do worse if you're chaos, and vice versa. So making it actually affect the gameplay, they had to be a bit clearer about what your alignment was going to be. So if you're going for like a chaos build, or like a chaos run, you need to have more chaos-focused demons with you. Otherwise, if you try and have some law demons, you're fucked. But equally, law demons tend to be more healing, so you have to, like, live with the consequences of that in gameplay. Well, I mean, in any situation where both of the girls are in it in Vengeance, when there's a choice that affects Law and Chaos, it's because they disagree with each other. There's also side quests that do it, but the side quests are a lot more clear-cut, where, like, any of the side quests you do, where when you go to do it, the demon you go to, like, fight, maybe, gives you an alternate choice to go attack the other side, basically. Like, if a demon says, hey, I need you to kill this one for the sake of preserving the peace, and the other one goes, what fucking peace? I haven't done anything. Go kill them in return for demanding that. If you, like, whichever demon you decide to kill will also affect your alignment. And with only one exception, I thought they were all pretty obvious. The only one I wasn't sure of is that both sides were kind of honorable, and I wasn't 100% sure which was the Chaos or Law one. But when you finish the quest, one of the two girls will comment on it, and whoever one comments on it positively is the one that you're leaning on. So if, like, after you do the side quest, if Yoko goes, yeah, I would have done the same, you've got a Chaos choice. But that's always been a key part of Shin Megami Tensei as a franchise. They want you to make the choices you believe in the moments, and then your ending be the consequences of your actions, not you know exactly what you're getting the whole way through, because it would destroy the point of having a choice. They want you to feel it out as you go, and make choices honest to you, not try and be, oh, I'm law, so I'm going to try and go law. You know what I mean? They don't want you to do that. They want you to make the choices honest to you, and if it works out that way, great. If it doesn't, then you know why. Am I going to hit that? Fucking dumb, I didn't. I mean, for someone like me who's, like, lived and breathed Shin Megami Tensei, I caught on instantaneously with the side quests. The literal first fucking side quest that, like, when I got to the end of it, they went, hey, why don't you just go back and do the other one? I went, oh, this is a alignment choice. And having alignment choices in side quests has been a thing since 4, so I knew to expect it. In 4, though, I will admit, where if it was the first one, it was a little more obvious. Because in 4, it would be like, there's a Colosseum side quest, and at the end, you can show mercy or kill your, or finish off your opponent. And showing mercy makes you more lawful, because it's in the spirit of fair competition. Killing them is more chaotic, because you're just removing them. I mean, the giveaway, like I said, is whoever agrees or disagrees with you after the fact. Some contraption. So I forget the name of the other girl, but if Yoko's like, yeah, I'd have done the same, then congratulations, you got a point in Chaos. I don't know how heavily things affect alignments in Vengeance, off the top of my head. Like, in 4... certain things are more aggressively lawful or chaotic, so they don't get you just 1 point, they get you several points. Giant's Cole. Also, our dear friend from Dark Souls 1 is dead. Tau, yeah, thank you. Also, in Canon of Creation, Canon Creation does the Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse route with its alignment choices. It's Vengeance that goes back to the more classic style, which I prefer. In both Apocalypse and Canon Creation, you still have choices that affect your alignment, but when it gets to the end of the game, you get the final say. So when it gets to the end of the game in 4 Apocalypse and Canon Creation, you can still turn around and be like, no, I've made chaos choices all game long, but I want to go for the lore route. But the way they do it in 4 Apocalypse, however, is if you go for a choice that is the opposite of your alignment, they will let you do it, but they will make you face consequences for betraying your alignment. So you'll still be able to do it, but there are consequences. Like in 4 Apocalypse, I think if you go for friendship all game long and then betray all your friends, all of them will inflict a status debuff on you, so you have worsened stats for the rest of the game. It's better for experiencing all the endings or having to do extra playthroughs, but it's worse for the ideology of the franchise where they want you to commit to your choices and go for what you truly believe in the moment, and then end up with whatever you end up with. Like, one's better for gameplay purposes, the traditional style is better for the, like, themings of the franchise. I personally prefer the classic. I personally prefer the choices I make lead to my ending one way or another, but I understand it's why they went back to it in Vengeance, because a lot of people weren't the biggest fan of that decision in 4 Apocalypse or Canon Creation, because they missed the original point of SMT, where it was you just end up with that, if that makes sense. But to be fair, you also, like, went through Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance obscenely quickly, even on the super easy mode. So I wouldn't be surprised, to be blunt, ow, as I get eaten alive, if some of the ideological themings you just missed where you went through it too quick. Because I knew what I was going for and where I was going, but equally I am aware that, like, I have the bias that I have experience with the franchise, so Vengeance felt right at home for me, and I knew what things were affecting what, because I could just tell. But I get that if you're not used to it, it's one of those things. When you go to SMT4, you will, whether you mean to or not, take what you've learned from how the alignment choices work in 5 into that game, and you will notice shit. Even little things, like at the very start of the game, when you meet Jonathan and Walter, and the game gives you the choice to shake their hands, that affects your alignment, but you notice. Because it's like, oh, Jonathan's like a real upstanding citizen, and Walter is very much an impulsive go-getter. If you shake Walter's hand, you'll get a small point in chaos. If you shake Jonathan's hand, you'll get a small point in lore. Is better. But I still think my favorite way to subtly add a point to lore was Shin Megami Tensei 2. In 2, because it lets you name not just your main character, but the main lore rep and the main chaos rep at the start of the game, because the game had no voice acting, so they let you name all of them. If you use their canon names for all 3 of them, you start the game with points in lore. And I was just like, that's so fucking clever. Like, it's meta as shit, but that's so clever. Because it's like, yeah, you're already being lawful. You're using their canon names, so fuck it, you start with a point in lore. The only, like, real gripe with the alignment system I have in SMT games is that in most SMT games, there is a bias from the developers what ending they kind of want you to get. And so the whole, like, Aldrich is Ruby, okay. The whole aspect of, you know, get whatever ending you want. Once you see what ending the devs had a little bias in, that one feels like the true ending, and it's the only one you ever go for. So, like, neutral in 1, lore in 2, true demon in 3, neutral in 4, and then secret neutral in Canon Creation 5, and I think they're both around the same, thankfully, in Vengeance. But they both feel kind of around the same amount of content, same amount of love. Cover HP from crits. Oh, and I suppose actually, no, Strange Journey's pretty good at, like, giving all 3 paths, like, validity. But that's also because all 3 paths hurt your soul, so you suffer the consequences of your actions regardless. You a mimic? That chain is hidden, I can't tell. Okay, we're good. Oh hey, an Estus shard, hell yeah. But either way, we're probably at least another half-decade minimum before SMT6 is even announced, so we got to kind of make do with what we got. It's why I hope more of the older games get, not even just SMT4 and 4 APOC get, like, remastered. I just hope, like, there's more accessibility to all the older ones to come by the time. Because Vengeance brought in a lot of new fans. The game did over, like, 2 million units. It brought in a lot of new fans and has the most spotlight the franchise has ever had on it. Now's the time. Make the older ones more accessible. Anyway, next boss, Aldrich. Who has taken Gwendolyn and is literally partway through eating them, which is why Gwendolyn's kind of like poking out the front of this like slug thing. That's literally the lore of this fight. The reason why there's a person there is because they're literally partway through being fucking eaten by this beast. The Devourer of the Gods. I'm gonna read your comment, and I know I'm gonna be annoyed by it, but I'll read that comment in a minute. Let me just do this fight. Because I know you're getting into philosophical themings, and I know that's something that we rarely agree on, so I'm like, let me just fucking do the fight first, and then I'll worry about how that's gonna go. Because I know you know as well as I do that we both have very different interpretations of what's good writing and good thematics. So I'll read it properly in a second. Let me just focus on this boss one way or another. Also, can you tell by how much oh fuck, time to run. How much of the health bar of Aldrich has already vanished? How all the buffs into Dex I put into it are starting to really add up. This is one of the 4 major bosses of the entire game, and he's like 90% dead. I just need to get one more like good hit in. There we go. Dex build, baby! Alright, let me read fucking all these comments. Because if 2 characters suspiciously leaning one way over the top in one alignment, I'm going to assume their character and not literal. Like with Tao and Yoko, there are plenty of ambiguity in their intentions, and also ambiguity ruins the risk of vagueness, and vagueness into this is a good philosophy. And when I found out Chaos, extremely confused. I think, like, I said, you have to understand when I'm trying to, talk back with this. I'm always going to have a bias because I grew up with SMT and know what I'm looking for. And so as a newcomer, like, in your perspective, it's going to probably feel different from how I felt it. For me, it very much came across very distinct, not just in alignments, but as people that, like, although Yoko and Tao are close enough in their alignments to be friends and close enough to care about each other, it was clear to me that both of them had different perspectives about how things should go, and it didn't feel vague, and the philosophy surrounding them didn't feel vague. Like, Tao wants to do the right thing, and is very much a do as she's told, follow it through. But then at the end of the game, when she's the one in control, she still kind of just tries to go through what she thinks is right from what she's been told all game. Whilst Yoko is the opposite, and always insists on doing things her way no matter what. She won't let other people decide things for her, and she desperately hopes that you will be the Adam to her Eve and join her by taking the poisonous fruit. It's why in the Chaos ending there's the tree, because it's a representation of Adam and Eve. You are Adam. But she's the Eve that took the apple first, and was convinced by the snake. Hence the Lilith being a part of the faction because she represents the snake. Time that most perspective affect your enjoyment of things. No. The thing is, I find it fascinating because you're new to SMT, and so it's like, for me, it's an educational experience to see how you feel and think about it. Because any time I've ever really had a discussion with SMT with people is people that are already familiar with it. And so for someone who hasn't grown up with it and hasn't had, like, the legacy of the franchise, it's interesting to see your perspective on one. It's another reason why I'm kind of curious about how you'll feel about 3, because I know you don't like taking quote-unquote dated as a criticism towards things, but Nocturne is dated. I know you don't like that, but it is. I love Nocturne for what it is, but I'm not ignorant to the fact that the game is a lot stiffer, and the only reason why it feels stiffer is because newer games in its style have come out since then that have made it feel older. The Sun Princess Ring. And so I'm like curious to see how you feel about that, as someone like me, who was like, it was my first real SMT that I loved to death. Where's that ring? There it is. Gradually regen health. No. I know how these gradually regen health fucking things work in Souls games. They're worthless. It's like 1 point every 10 seconds if you're lucky. No, I know why, because you want more detailed, you want actual explanations of the criticisms. The problem is that a lot of the time, when it comes to these things, yeah, we could sit there and go, the problems with Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne are that it was the very first time they tried the real press turn combat system, and so it's not quite as balanced as the other ones. We can bring up how the environmental design, they hadn't quite mastered it yet, so a lot of the dungeons are either overly complicated, which you'll get used to that. Nocturne has some complicated ass fucking dungeons, or too maze-like, or not enough going on. But every single criticism I can bring up about 3 is something that 4 vastly improved on. And so I could go into all this stuff, or I could say, yeah, no, 4 dates 3 a lot, because it felt fine when I first played 3, and I loved it for what it is, but it became apparent its problems when I then played something newer. And so bottling it down to it's dated becomes valid. You just explain why it's dated. I mean, I don't really agree with that, but that's a whole other thing. Another level. I think it's extremely valid. I think the reason why you feel like no one's done it is because your standard of how you handle it is probably way too fucking high. If anything I've learned from you, your standards towards certain things are egregiously high towards things that don't always matter as much as you make out it does. And so I think sometimes with these things you end up like selling something short when it's actually valid. It's just your standard is far beyond what anyone else would think is valid and ends up hurting it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to have high standards. Sometimes it is a bad thing, but you get my point. That's how it always comes across, because no, most of the time when anyone says something is dated, they usually then go on to explain what makes it dated and what makes it harder to approach things that came afterwards in comparison to the thing they come afterwards. And it's like, no, it's perfectly fine to put it that way. I've never heard someone say dated and got upset by it. The only time I've been upset by someone saying something is dated is when it fucking isn't. When something's perfectly fine. Like, if someone's, like, very visibly just bad at it, like, you know, when, like, journalists play, like, Devil May Cry, and they go, oh, this gameplay's really dated, it hasn't aged well, and it's like, no, no, you're just shit at it, fuck off. But that's, like, anything. If someone's criticism feels unfounded, you end up getting a little defensive anyway. But I digress. We're 2 Lord Souls down, 2 to go. We got Yorm the Giant next, in this. Which I think Distant Manor is our closest thing. Which requires us going through another dungeon that's super dark. So, I hope you enjoyed not being able to... I hope you enjoy being able to see where we're going, because that's going to change. This place also, I remember it very distinctly. You know why? Because it gave me the fright of my fucking life when I first went through it, like 9 years ago. It scared the ever-living shit out of me, and I will point out exactly when the moment is, because I remember it like it's ingrained into my soul. isn't. No, yeah. Because you can explain how it's dated, but ultimately, by saying it's dated, it gets it across immediately. If you just go through the whole thing, not saying it's dated, but just saying, oh, this got improved in a future game, and so in this game it feels wonkier and stiffer, people will say, well, that's not really a fair criticism, because that game, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne came out in 2003, and Shin Megami Tensei 4 came out in 2013. Of course SMT4 feels more improved. But if you say, hey, look, it has unfortunately been dated by the course of time throughout it, so if you've played the newer one, it's going to be harder to go back the older one, people immediately understand what the fuck you're talking about. One feels like you're just being harsh on something that can't get around it, and the other is giving you a fair warning for those who haven't played it, that if you're used to something afterwards, it's going to feel harder to get into. But yeah, we could end up going over this topic for ages, but I'm always okay with that term being used. Because it just saves, like, needless necessities of, like, middlemanning, if that makes sense. Of people, because you know what people are like. People are always looking for an excuse to kind of, like, overanalyze and be overly critical. So if you can have, like, that little word coverage in yourself to basically explain why, it can help bridge better understanding. Something just threw something at me. Oh, no, it's... Oh, not you again! That said, going back to Shin Megami Tensei and their release dates, if SMT6 can, like, maybe, oh, I don't know, not be in 30 something, that'd be nice. I don't like how it's nearly a decade between every mainline SMT after 2. Like, 1 was 92, 2 was 94, and then afterwards 2003 for 3, 2013 for 4, and I think it was 2022 for the original release of 5. And it's like, can we stop doing this? Can we have SMT games a little bit more often than a decade? I don't want to be in my mid-fucking 30s whenever SMT6 drops, please. Yeah, but I've accepted I can't convince you one way or the other, so I'm not going to try with that topic. Darkspade Ulva Secret. Oh, hey. That's a big ass fucking sword. Oh, it's one of the fucking dance swords. You have a crossbow as your sidearm? That's hilarious. Fall. Fuck. Oh, did you see what I was trying to do there? I was trying to make him fall off. Ooh, fuck it. That's it. That's a Murakumo. I get it. I guess I'm more wary. As time's gone on, I've gone more wary of when I fear things are starting to lead one direction or the other. Anyway, welcome to the Ethereal Dungeon. This place is dark as shit. Also, I haven't seen Sigmar in a while, which is kind of worrying, so I want to continue with questline, because if you get... Because if we can get Sigmar's questline all the way to Yorm, Sigmar will join us in the fight with Yorm. And to be fair, the Yorm fight is one of the weaker fights in the game. And it's a shame, too, because it's a Lord of Cinder fight. And so you'd want it to be, like, peak, but it... Nah. It's locked, okay. Yeah. Oh, fuck these enemies, by the way. Because they do something far scarier than just try to attack or hurt you. Any damage they do to you will temporarily affect your maximum health, not just your health. So you will, like, so if you lose 100 health, you can't restore that 100 health back, you bitch. You just have 100 less health to deal with, and they can very quickly lower your health to 1 HP, and you can't heal it off. So you're just at 1 HP until it wears. Right, we're infested again, so we're going to start building up bleed. Great. Go put the faith field to me. Well, I don't really see how, at least in my perspective, because I felt like anytime I made a choice, Yoko was very blunt in being like, I agree with this or I disagree with this, or in situations where it was in the story. Also, do you see how our max health is like half of what it was all of a sudden? Or like when it was in the story, usually before you made a choice, Yoko and Tao had already expressed their opinion on it. So it very much was, well, who do you agree with here? But that's, like, I don't know. If you ever play, if F64 ever gets remastered, all I'll say, just to make it easier for you, Jonathan is law, Walter is chaos, and Isabeau is neutral. Agreeing with Isabeau usually doesn't tip the scale either way or the other, so it's just like Isabeau's to give you a neutral perspective on the matter more than anything. But then also, SMT4 is also one of the more aggressive games in making you come to a choice of your alignment. They don't like the idea of you just kind of sitting on your hands about it. They really want you to make choices. Pretty much. I mean, like, we've been over this, I think, before, but, like, the biggest, like, gist in most SMT games is that lore tends to be more protecting the status quo to protect people, but also protect them from themselves. Whilst lore tends to be like, fuck the status quo, people should have the right to do what they want. Even if it causes danger. Which both sides obviously have very vicious criticisms. They both can be somewhat protective of humanity, but the whole let people do whatever they want comes with the natural deficit of not everyone should be allowed to do what they want because they can't be fucking trusted. But equally, giving no one any choice whatsoever for the sake of preserving isn't living, it's just existing. And then SMT4 is also a little pessimistic about the whole thing anyway. It's not viciously pessimistic, it's not Strange Journey pessimistic, but it is a little pessimistic. Because the whole thing with SMT4 is that it tries to beat you over the head with, in the end, is no matter what choice you make, humanity will make the same mistakes. No matter what you do to fix the situation in the moment, things will ultimately circle back around to causing these things to happen again. Which is another reason why people were kind of mixed on it on Apocalypse. Because Apocalypse acting as a direct sequel, people were kind of a little put off that Apocalypse offered an actual more optimistic ending. If you go for friendship ending. If you go for God ending, obviously not so much. Or the Dagda ending. So I'm just going to put my phone on charge 1 sec. Yes, fair. I tend to be investing in less people involved. At the top, let's target, yeah. Some of these early enemies in this area, you are going to see me burn through real quick, because you can do this or Aldrich's route in either order. And because we did Aldrich first, we are higher level, so this area will feel a little easier as a consequence. It's like in Gen 2 of Pokemon. Like, if you go left from the 4th gym, if you go left from Morty, when you eventually come back to go right to go fight Price and Team Rocket, it will feel piss easy because of the level scaling. But then also Gen 2's level scaling is horrendous anyway. You get to Team Rocket HQ and you're like, my whole team's in their 40s. Why is this Zubat level 20? The fuck? Trying to, like... I've got iframes anyway, but I think this thing's protecting something, which is why I want to try and get it out. Ow. Let me out. Oh, fucking great. Okay, we got through it. You protecting something? No. I was about to take a blood loss for no good reason. Because I don't have anything to get rid of the maggots on me. Ow. Oh, our goal down here, by the way, is to proceed further down. This is fair. Well, it's not always about power. Sometimes it's tricking the populace enough to think you're a good guy so you can get into that position and then make your own private army. And then just forceful takeover, which has happened more than once in history. How do I get the fuck down here? Sorry, I'm looking around for like, how do I get further down? It's locked. Locked. Okay, how do we get in there then? Okay, the maggots finally gave up. It said this was locked, right? So we can't go this way. Yeah, it's locked. So there's probably a switch somewhere that will unlock it. Yeah. There's nothing from this side. I can hear the sounds of monsters. There are things around. Probably directly beneath us. Oh. Oh, hey, here's the thing that scared the shit out of me. What the fuck is this? Like, you just want to just go, oh, da 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 da, oh! Okay, that links back round to here. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just looks the same, but no, it is actually different. Yeah, because there's more enemies down there. Got it. But then that is leading into the idea of cycles, though. That, yeah, they will do it, and there will constantly be new Nahalbinos, and until something can find a way to break the cycles, which was Lucifer's ultimate plan at the end of the game, by the way. He allowed everything to happen because he's trying to find a way to break the cycles of the franchise. Because every Shin Megami Tensei game is locked into cycles. And he's aware of that, and he's trying to break it. Or the Mandala effect. Not the Mandala, the Mandala cycle syndrome, whatever the fuck he called it. He gave it like a full name. But basically, all those things will always keep on happening, and he's trying to break that from happening. These things creep the shit out of me, sorry. It's like the spiders? Nah, we're good. Giant ants? They can creep me out a little time, but they're fine. Baby-faced monsters? Ugh. Oh, you better have something good on you if I'm freeing you. Oh, I can't... Okay, there we go. I was just saying, why can't I lock onto you? The trouble is that the whole the cycle isn't the events of the game per se. The cycle is the clash between law and chaos, leading to the escalation that it always does. Law and chaos existing as they are and never shifting from their position is why the cycle keeps happening. Because it's a reflection of humanity and their stubbornness, and how people will always be stubborn about things regardless of if it's valid or not. Anyway, down there, I think it's called the Profaned Capital, is where Yorm... In fact, that fire way down there is the entrance to Yorm, our next Lord of Cinder. We don't know which is canon for Root of Vengeance. We don't even know if Vengeance is canon or whether Creation is canon of like the paths. Like Yoko might not be canon because she's not in Creation. I am glad though that they made Tao and Yoko the Law and Chaos reps. I thought they were actually pretty solid Law and Chaos reps as a whole. Compared to Canon of Creation, where fucking Discount Ryuji with his spiked back hair is like supposed to be like one of the alignments. It's like, yeah, that's definitely someone I'm going to agree with on anything. So I think he's like the deranged law rep, and it's like, yeah, that's definitely someone I'm going to agree with. Oh, there is something down there. Maybe. Hey guys, I can't help but notice there's a whole fucking squad of you and you've all got hammers. Ow. Ow. How did I hit the wall right next to me? Hey, can I kill enough enemies to get like a Mercy Estus back? Because that is a thing in this game, the Mercy Estus. If you kill enough enemies when you don't have max Estus, there's a chance you'll get one back. Can you like figure out how to get down here, please? Oh fuck, I got him. Hang on, let me back up. Does I meet the guy? Spiteful reactions, yeah. Let's say the thing is like there's always this, like in most games there's a slight bias over neutral and if not chaos, which is why SMT2 stands out. 'Cause it's like the only time they like gave a compelling fucking lore argument. And in the end of lore, you still fight God anyway. Because you realize that even the ultimate God himself isn't actually upholding of the lore he represents. Because he's just another being that wants power. Okay, I need to find some way out of here or back. Is this, like, going to be a shortcut back home? Oh, that fall was enough to kill me. Okay, never mind. But I don't know which came first between Law and Chaos. I mean, technically, Chaos would, by proxy of, it's more instinctual, and of course, everyone's born with instinct. But I wouldn't say that that directly means that it came first in that regard. I'm trying to remember how we fucking navigated this place. Primordial wrong. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, you're still after us. Oh, no wonder my health doesn't fucking exist. Also, yeah, look at my health bar in the top left corner. This is why I don't like those enemies. I gotta wait for that. I gotta wait to get that back. Like it was hinged on. I think that's most, if not all, my health back. We can try and proceed. I don't know. I think, to be honest, the trouble is that you're asking a lot of good and compelling and valid questions, but for a game that I haven't played in like 9 months, so not every single detail about it is like at the forefront of my mind. And if I go back in the franchise, I haven't played 4 in quite a few years now. And Nocturne, the last time I played it is when I did the Let's Play back in 2021. Fine. Oh, yeah, and the Tiamat theme is my favorite battle theme in the game, hands down. Then Battle Against the Primordial Goddess is phenomenal. It's such a uniquely distinct track. I'm just glad that my boy Masterma, I say my boy, I fucking hate him, but my boy Masterma actually got his own battle theme for once. Yeah, I knew this bait. It's like you swing at this, you wake up the giant. Because in Strange Journey and 4, he just has the normal boss theme. I mean, I do at some point plan to stream SMC5 again because we got to do Canon of Creation. I just need to finish my Canon of Vengeance lore route first, and then I plan to do Godborn New Game Plus Canon of Creation, and then try and do everything as we go. So yeah, there'll be room to talk about it then. Ow. But then equally, before I cover 5, I think I will do a live stream playthrough of Nocturne yet. Pickaxe. Oh fuck. The rats! The rats! Get out of here. I mean, you know, like in Persona, like you level up and eventually, like, you go from Argy and you get Argalao, and it's basically just like Argy's tier 2, and then Argy dying. I don't get how how you stayed at that tier 1. Just make more demons. Always make more demons and see what things you can learn, see what you can gain, and explore and do everything as you go. Just don't worry about grinding. Just focus on as you go. The fact that you didn't even have 8 full fucking skills at endgame is, like, disgusting. Like, it's like, what the fuck, how? I don't know what you missed, but you missed something. Like it was Persona. But yeah, SMT and Persona are different beasts. Ultimately, you can't treat them the same. And obviously, like that's like yeah, no shit. But I'm like, it's easy for you to go, oh, but they're Atlas games. So there must be some things that are similar. And it's like, well, outside of the monster designs, not really. You're a mimic. Oh, because this is a low ceiling environment, so he takes on a different stance. Inheritance system. I mean, the inheritance idea or system of it is different in every SMT game. They like to fuck around with it. 4 was the easiest to understand, because 4 is just once a demon that you've got unlocked all of their skills, which you know once you get them, give it like 3 or 4 levels, and you've got everything for them. It gives you the option to just bring up their skill list and take whatever you want for Flynn, the main character. Yes. Yes, because Soul Hackers is Devil Summoner series, Shin Megami Tensei is also the SMT, and Persona's Persona. They're 3 different branches of the Mega 10 universe. Soul Hackers 2 is kind of basic, though. Soul Hackers 2 you shouldn't have any trouble with. The only thing is leave a save file before you start the final dungeon, because during the final dungeon alone, there are points where you get asked questions and you have to answer all of the questions very specifically to get access to the true final boss and true ending, which is kind of bullshit. And thankfully I picked up on it just soon enough, because I'd already started the final dungeon and got some of the questions wrong unknowingly. But in between, like, the second to last stream and the last stream, I had a save that was before the final dungeon, learned about the choices and how significant they are, and then just did the final dungeon again. And the trophy for beating the game on hard only cares about the final boss. So you can do the whole game on easy or normal. I'd recommend normal, because the game's not that hard. It's a little grindy, but it's not that hard. So you can at least kind of get a feel for it. And then on the final boss, just up it to hard for just the final boss. And it'll make the final boss feel more satisfying anyway, because it's the last hurrah. Yeah. I mean, Demi-Fiend's only good in kind of precise situations. He is good, but he's only kind of good in specific situations. It's kind of like any, like, special character. Because any special character in any SMT game end up being slightly situational because they're pre-built. Because you haven't built them yourself to make them the war machine you want them to be. Because they're pre-built, they're always going to be slightly limited. Even good old Dante is limited in SMT3 Nocturne. It's why they buffed him in the remaster, because his specificness made it that you just wouldn't use him in the final boss, because he wasn't good enough. He was good for everything but the final boss, because the final boss has a natural resistance to all elements, and Dante doesn't have Pierce, so they gave him Pierce. Pierce makes it that you ignore resistances. And the true final boss in Nocturne you only unlock if you've done the Labyrinth of Amala, the optional bonus dungeon. But finishing the Labyrinth of Amala unlocks you Pierce for the main character, for Demi-Fiend. So they know for a fact you have it, which is why they then make the final boss be resistant to everything. So your normal demons won't work. It will only be you or any demon you've managed to get Pierce that can do it. Which you can get Pierce for your demons, it's just you need to make Metatron, and to get Metatron you need to be level 94. Because there's a bunch of locked doors on the last floor of the labyrinth that are only unlocked by having certain prerequisites fulfilled by your cast. Like, one door will only open if you kept the level 1 pixie you started the game with you the entire game. And if you do it, you'll unlock, and Pixie will be upgraded to level 80 and get all of the best skills in the game. If you bring a Metatron with you, the ultimate lore door will open for you, and it will unlock you the ability to put PS on any of your demons. But I've, honest to God, never actually done that, because if you're level 94, nothing's stopping you anyway. Most of my playthroughs end around level 80 for Nocturne. I feel like 80 is a good stopping point. The only extra grinding I did was in the Let's Play. I made it so Dante could have his pierce skill, so I had to do a little grinding to get it. And even then, I think I was still only like level 86 or 87 by the time we went to go fight the moon. Oh, hey, bump. Oh, it's the shortcut back to the start. Awesome. I'm going to go back because I've got a lot of souls and I want to lose. And get that crazy disco beat when you go fight the moon to bound it out, down it out, down it out, down it. You're like, what the fuck is this? But then every single SMT, starting with SMT2, has at least one disco track in it, so it's like, it's just tradition. It's just crazy that they made the one disco track for free, the first phase of the final boss theme. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Welcome. Very well then taken.
But yeah, SMT2 has a track literally called Disco. SMT3, the first phase of the final boss, is a disco track. SMT4, there's a nightclub you go to, and it's a bit of an Easter egg, because you have to go back to the nightclub after the quest involving it is done. So after you have no reason to go back, when you go, you hear a disco remix of SMT3's battle theme.
Now in and come on.
And then SMT5 has Crazy Murder Party. Which is like my top 5 favorite battle themes of that game. I don't have any souls, but have I picked up any chunks yet? Or do I have to wait till Lothric Castle? I might have to wait till Lothric Castle. I know I don't have the souls, I'm just checking. I've got 1 chunk, okay. We probably still have to wait till Lothric, really, but okay.
Pretty big.
Pretty. I don't know why I always say that. He goes, pretty, be careful. And I always just say pretty back to him. It's like the fucking Death End Code Z. The bye! It just got stuck in my head. Yeah, of your team, the only one I can understand is Argret. Because Argret's like really busted once you know how to build him. Fafnir, kinda, but Fafnir has a lot of mid-game like drop-off. And Yoko, if you're using any like the scripted human characters, you're always gonna have a little bit of trouble. Because they're just not as good as the units you can make. But as a whole, that's not too bad a team. Give my endgame team was Lilith, Cleopatra, and Konohana Sakia. Because Konohana Sakia has straight up the best support skill in the game by far. And I can't stress enough, it isn't mandatory, but it feels fucking mandatory that you get that fucking demon for the super bosses if you're trying to fight them on any difficulty that isn't the joke mode. That isn't the super casual mode, I forget what they call it. Actually, they might just call it casual. I'm used to calling it safety, but I know that's Persona. Because Konohana Sakia not only group-wide heals, not only has a inherent buff that makes her healing better, but also gives everyone a stat buff as she heals. And also her heal gets better if everyone's already buffed. So if you can, once you have the buff running, it's good to use the skill again when you need it, if you need a full heal. I can't remember where I need to go, by the way, so I'm just going to like, try and kill this giant. I know we need to get to the Profane Capital, but I mean, I can't remember the route. Oh, rats spawn infinitely. Okay, I'm not going to bother fighting the giant then. They're just going to get annoying. My team party-wide AoE. Yeah, and that's the problem, because that's going to get you stuck on normal mode, because if you do party-wide AoEs, there's going to be at least one enemy that will resist or block it, and then you won't get the boost from hitting a weakness. You'll just get the punishment for being blocked. You need some single target and some group-wide. You also, like, the way you should go, you should be an all-rounder. You should be an applicable all-rounder that has, like, really strong skills across the board when needed. But then after you... Oh, god damn it. I might be dead. Yeah. It's fine, we have, like, no souls anyway. Is, a support unit, a healer unit, and then, like, your actual DPS. You can be your DPS of the party, but then you'll need someone else to be the all-rounder. That's kind of just how it is. Like, if you're the DPS, you need someone else to be the all-rounder. If you've already got a DPS, then you should be the all-rounder. And Almighty Spam won't save you on reasonable difficulties because it's too costly on MP and bosses will live. Which is why you don't use Almighty that much, because you will burn through your MP too quickly, and you won't be able to survive the endurance matches that actual boss fights will give you. Like I said, everything about your strategy would crumble on any difficulty that isn't the easiest difficulty in the game. And that's why I kind of wish you played it on any difficulty other than the easiest difficulty in the game, because you would have had to learn the game then. And I know that sounds gatekeepy, and I never want to come across that, because ultimately I want you to enjoy the game one way or another. If you enjoyed it that way, then awesome. I'm glad that you got some enjoyment out of it. But for me, I know that you like getting the most out of these things, and I feel like you sold yourself completely short by not doing that. And you ended up hindering how much you could have actually really learned and experienced the game, that I think you would have enjoyed more as a result. Like, I feel like if you like the game now, you'd have loved it if you played it on normal. If you love the game now, you would have thought it was an all-timer if you played it on normal. That's kind of where I'm at with it with you. Where it's like, because you played it on the piss easy mode, that makes everything like the story focus mode. You didn't get to engage with anything, and you didn't get to see where your strategies are, to be blunt, bad. Your strategies are kind of like real bad. It's like your strategies would not survive basic bosses, let alone endgame. But at least if it was any game that you were going to do it with, it's the one that's already like, you know, kind of like not that long, and so it's easy enough if you decide to go for it again to try and do a fresh run, or to not carry anything over an NG plus if you decide to do that. You know, that it's easy enough to get through it. There are some SMT games that are inherently longer. I say that most of them are like 30 to 40 hours if you know what you're doing. It's just, free doesn't let you save anywhere you want. It only has saving at basically at the warp points where you can teleport around and nowhere else, and they treat them in the same way a Souls game treats its bonfires. You have to work to get to the next one. They're not just gonna let you run along to the next one and be like, oh, I just did 2 fights and now I'm ready. Like, no, you're gonna be fucking exhausted begging for any kind of healing by the time you get there. But then also, like, for me, as I've mentioned it before, the most fun part of Shin Megami Tensei for me is the challenge. Is that it feels extremely fair. You can't just, like, kind of have a free window through, or, like, have mechanics that are clearly in your favor. No, anything you have, so does the enemy. And they will gladly use it against you if you're not prepared to use it against them. Sorry, mechanics. Like, you know, it's so balanced. Like, when I have to think back on it, it's like, hey, I remember in Shin Megami Tensei 3, where they had to invent a skill that only enemies had to make it balanced. Because otherwise it would be too much in your favor, because even with the mechanical balance, there was just too much you could do. Oh, there's an item there. How do we get to you? Because in SMT 3, they add a skill that gives bosses an extra turn for free, or 3 extra turns for free. And they use it to balance it, because when you fight a boss, the whole idea of you only have as many press turns as units on your team, sometimes some of those bosses, they're on their own, you know? So it's you've got 4 turns for every one of theirs, so they have a skill that gives them extra turns at the start of a fight that only they can access. The only trouble is that hard mode breaks it slightly, which is why people don't recommend hard mode for your first playthrough. It doesn't break it too egregiously outside of one boss fight. So I'm running back and forth because I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. I'm just trying to find a way forward. For those who don't know, Mott's kind of a meme for the Nocturne community, because on hard mode, and for some reason, I know why, it's because of the meme, they kept him broken in the remaster. If you fight Mott, which is a boss fight in SMT3, kind of late-ish in the game, he's actually the first mini-boss of the penultimate dungeon of the game. Beast Eye, the skill that makes it so you get 2 free extra turns, his AI is broken, there's no limit on hard mode for some reason. So he can use Beast Eye into Beast Eye, into Beast Eye, into Beast Eye, into Beast Eye, and give himself as many turns as he fucking wants. And he will do that because the AI will just register, hey, I can do this, so we'll click it. And then once he has like 7 fucking turns, just Mega Delay on you to oblivion. He will just use Mega Delay into Mega Delay into Mega Delay into Mega Delay, and you just die. And there's nothing you can fucking do about it, because it's just the AI's broken. But it turned into a complete fucking meme in the community, and they kept it in the remaster. But only on hard. If you're playing on normal, he'll only do it once, maybe twice. Because his AI is not busted. But it's like, no, if he starts... If you're... Ow, I'm dead. If he starts using Beast Eye, if you're in hard mode, you just got to accept the fact that it's a complete gamble whether you get a chance to win against Mod. Because his AI just breaks. 2003, baby! 2003 game design, baby! Not everything was, like, perfectly built. But he only does it on hard mode. But in the remaster, you can change the difficulty at any time. So if you're going for the hard mode trophy, just do what I was just saying about Soul Hackers 2. Up it to hard for the final boss. Just understand that Lucifer is treated as the game's super boss, even though he's the final boss, because you have to 100% everything to unlock him. And so understand that you're going from normal mode difficulty the rest of the game to hard mode the super boss. So be fucking prepared. Right, we need to... I just need to stop fucking around. We need to find the way to proceed. Okay, that's just falling into oblivion. There's no path over there. And then the version that gives them 4 free turns is called Dragon Eye. But even then, they balance it. They don't give them full press turns. It will give them only half turns. So even if they hit your weakness, they won't get an extra turn out of it. So it goes from like, oh, they have 1 turn, but if they hit your weakness, they only spend half a press turn, to they have 2 half-pressed turns, full stop. And that's their entire, like, moves, like, their entire thing. They have 2 turns to do what they got to do. So even then, they balance it out in your favor. Let's try looking over here again. Those iron monsters cause curse had to come from somewhere. There's probably like a hole in the wall somewhere I just ran past. Oh, yeah. This looks like a hole in the wall I just ran past. What's in here? Ah, okay. I know how I got lost, because I turned back. I opened this door and turned back to fight the enemies, and then fucking... Because we was talking about whatever, I forgot. Oh, hey, we need to keep this in mind. This area, keep it in the back of our mind, because it's how you access that mountain over there, the Archdragon Peak. But we need a certain stance that we don't have access to yet. I don't think we have access to it yet. Nope, 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 nope. No, we don't have Legion. Dark Moon. I don't think it's Dark Moon loyalty. I think it's Prayer we need to get. Yeah, no, it's Prayer. But when we come back with Prayer, we go here, we'll be teleported over to the Archdragon Peaks over there, and that's where the super boss of the game, the Nameless King, is waiting. Before we go that way, though, let's go look around. Actually, no, I think this is a shortcut. I'll do this. I did see there's an item there, but we will come back for it. I want to see what this shortcut links to. Yes, it is a shortcut. Okay, it's a straight run now from the start and bonfire. But then, like, we were talking about, like, talk about the Reaper and like the fact the Reaper's weak to the pandemic, which is kind of funny. I'm genuinely surprised Persona 6 hasn't been announced yet. Like, I'm at that point now, and I'm like, it's been a longer gap in time from P5 to now than it was from P4 to P5. And I know, Atlas have been working on other things. Like, they've been working on the remasters. They've been working on, the Persona team have been helping out with some of the side games as well, etc., etc. But it is just kind of like Persona 5 brought Atlas as a company into the mainstream. I would have thought they would have had another game not only announced but like ready to go by now, like as like a main game. Well, I'm genuinely surprised, like, P6 hasn't even been officially announced. The closest we've got is a fucking paint color. Is Elder Scrolls 6 or SMT 6? Probably, honestly, Elder Scrolls 6. I'm, like, as much as I, like, said earlier that I really hope it's not another decade before we get another mainline game, I think SMT 6 won't be until, like, bare minimum 2030. And it hurts me to say that out loud, but I genuinely don't think it will be till, like, 2030. Elder Scrolls 6 has the opportunity to do, like, literally anything in the next 5 years. Oh, no, that Persona 5X, it's not really a P5 spin-off, and it's a different team within it. Even though it is in Persona 5's world, so technically, yes, it is a P5 spin-off in that regard. That's been out for a while. It just got its global release, but that's been out in Japan for, like, nearly 2 years. That's not new. I have no interest in Persona 5X. The only thing I've seen on it, which, to be fair, did get a chuckle out of me, is the fucking Subway Slammer, who is fucking hilarious. Like, the first bad guy you go for to deal with is, like, it's serious in one aspect, as in, like, it's representative of an actual very serious, very real thing that happens in Japan, where people will purposefully shove, knock over, and try and throw over the railings people, and then abuse the system to claim compensation out of it, even though they basically just nearly killed someone. But also making it a guy that goes, "I'm the Subway Slammer, time for a slamming," is fucking hilarious. The juxtaposition from the first person you go after in Persona 5 being, this, like, pedophile sex offender monster, to the first person you go for in Persona 5X is, "I'm the Subway Slammer," is hilarious. Like, it's like, come on. Alright, now where's that fucking shortcut? It's time for the slamming. He actually says that. Like, he's such, like, a Saturday morning cartoon villain. And I mean that in, like, the best way possible. He's fucking hilarious. The amount of people that have made, like, jokes like, "Hey, you're not him. You're not the Subway Slammer." Like, you're not Peak. Who's better? Louise Guillaburn, who's an elaborate evaluation and exploration of the consequences of, religious overexploitation of faith and cultural upstandingness, versus the Subway Slammer. Ah, you know who's gonna win. It's the Subway Slammer. Like, the internet has been living for it, and I'm all for it. It's hilarious. I've never heard of. He kind of is. But that's like all I really know about Persona 5X. Oh, that and like Persona fans are experiencing gachas for the first time, and it's hilarious watching them like get broken by not being able to get Joker because he was the first banner. What, the first limited banner was Joker from P5, main character Joker. I mean, because they want to sell. They want to make sure because they want the main protagonist that everyone but you loves. What do you mean? Just because you don't like the P5 cast doesn't mean the P5 cast aren't one of the most popular, active full teams in the modern gaming space. Because they are, and they have been for like the past decade. I wouldn't be surprised if the next banner's fucking Ryuji. Bringing up Persona 5 though, I am glad that more people are coming to realize that our little gremlin Futaba's like the one pervert character in every Persona game. The amount of people that are like, oh, they grew up like as writers. Persona 5 doesn't have the one random pervert character, and it's like, no. No. Everyone's just overlooked that Futaba's first thoughts when she saw Anne properly was wondering how big her boobs are. Or how in Persona 5 Dancing, when she appears, the first thing Makoto does is put her hands over her butt, implying that there's been times where Futaba's grabbed Makoto's butt. Like, she's a little fucking gremlin. And I love her. She's my daughter for a reason. But yeah, the entire Persona 5 cast, unironically, like outside of Persona, are really popular. So it's really not surprising that Joker was a banner character. And I wouldn't be surprised if the whole P5 cast ends up becoming banner characters eventually, because it's easy money. I liked Anne. The only trouble with Anne is that her character story is retreading a previous Persona girl's character story. Just, I don't think it's written as good personally. I still like Anne a lot, but Lisa in Persona 2 is the same kind of character. An American brought to Japan who's struggling to adjust, who has a troubled background, and is being sexually exploited. Is that Anne? No, that's Lisa as well.
What made them?
And Lisa, it gets a lot darker, because you find out that she was taking drugs on the side to cope. And like when you meet her shadow, the shadow spells out Unclean Day. That the reason why Lisa's progressively been like regressing as a person more and more throughout the game is because when she's with the party, she can't sneak off to take her drugs to suppress her trauma. Because it's implied that she was a heroin addict. Which is an interesting conversation to have about a character that's only 16 years old. And it's why Persona 2 is so fucking interesting as a story. Because it goes places with it. Whereas obviously Anne doesn't do drugs. That we know of. As a character... Just... I like Yusuke. Oh, the artist voiced by Matt Mercer? Yeah. I like Yusuke. I remember the funny story back in college. Me and one of my best mates had Persona 5 and gone through it. And we had an extra friend who hadn't got Persona 5 yet, but was really excited for it. And there was a point where, because we didn't want to spoil anything for him, we didn't talk about Persona 5. And there was a point where he was talking about Persona 4, and he had a Freudian slip, and he said Yusuke instead of Yosuke, and this other friend caught on and went, wait a minute, why did you say that? What, how did you get his name wrong? And he was like, I bit my tongue. I just really distinctly remember it. It's like, yeah, they do have similar fucking names. I can't wait for Yasuke to be in fucking Persona 6. It's like how Adachi is the secret main villain of 4 and Akechi is the secret main villain of 5. I can't wait for, like, Asaki to be the main villain of 6, you know? Like, they have a naming convention. It's noticeable. Joker is like, he's the epitome of, like, it's the same with Makoto and it's the same with Narukami. In the sense of, like, they do have their own personality. It comes through the dialogue options. Well, the secret villain, shall I say. Because Adachi you only realize he's the real villain at the end of the game. Because for most of it, technically, it's Namatame. And in Persona 5, Sketchy Akechi is the one that's, like, the secret betrayer who's out to get you the whole time. Even though he's not the actual main final villain, because that's Shido for the main arc. And Yaldabaoth for after that. Also, I haven't played Royal, so I don't know about the third term. But Joker is a sassy little shit. If you're looking at his dialogue options, the extra dialogue options that aren't just yay and nay, are always reflective of their personality. And Joker is extremely sassy. Makoto is very deadpan, and Narukami is very straight man. But Narukami has a sense of humor, and is also a little bit of a perv, but not quite as egregious as Yosuke. Which is why him and Yosuke get along so well, because even though he's not as bad, they both kind of look at women and go, hey, yo. Just Yosuke's a little... Narukami's a little more classy about it. I haven't played Royal, so shut up. I don't want to be spoiled on anything Royal related. Just gonna stop you there. I want to go into the new semester of Royal entirely blind when I eventually get to Royal. Yeah, I don't know who Maruki is, so shut up. I have no idea who that is. He isn't in base P5. The PS5 version has no recording blocks. It's only the PS4 version that does, so I would be able to stream it. The PS5 port finally got rid of all the recording blocks as far as I'm aware. It's why I put it on the thing to vote for that people voted Metaphor for to begin with, because I knew I was able to stream it. But either way, why are you arguing against me for asking you not to spoil something? Come on, dude. I will get to P5 eventually. To be honest, it will very likely win the next poll. So Yorm's over there. It will probably very likely win the next poll. I wasn't. I said, hey, don't spoil something, and your first thought was, nah, it's not a spoiler. Yeah, no, I don't want to know. If I said I don't want to know, that's how the conversation ends. And then when I say I still don't want to know, and your next response is, you can't stream it anyway. No, that's still going against me just saying, shut up. Come on. That's how it came across. About the block now. But no, yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's not blocked on the PS5 version. It sucks that I had to buy the game again, because, you know, I should just got the free upgrade, but fuck Atlas, I guess, but it is what it is. But the plan after Metaphor... No, I get what you're trying to go for, but I also have to, like, I have to also kind of be a bit, like, because I don't want to risk anything getting spoiled whatsoever. Like, I needed to be quick to shut that down. Because I know you wouldn't have meant to, but I needed to be quick to be like... Something just landed. I heard like a crash bang. Yep. But yeah, I like after the Persona 4 run, after like a week passed, I was like, man, I'm kind of itching for Persona again. Like, it's gonna put me in the mood, so don't be surprised. I mean, I might not even put it as a poll. I might just straight up say, hey, I'm gonna do Persona 5 Royal after the Metaphor, but I haven't got there yet because we've barely started Metaphor. We haven't even finished the first story arc yet. Because I haven't really had a chance to, where it's been too hard. And Metaphor's really taxing on my PS5. But we'll see. It'll be either that or Persona 3 Reload, because I haven't even looked at Persona 3 Reload properly yet, and I think that would be fun. It'd also be the first time I've revisited Persona 3 in a very long time, because I don't like P3 as much as the other Personas. I know that's, like, sacrilegious to, like, Persona fans, that I don't really like P3 that much, but I've never been a biggest P3 person. I like the characters, I like the story, but I genuinely hate Tartarus. I find Tartarus boring as shit, and, I didn't like the original P3's gameplay, because it was the only Persona game that didn't let you control your whole party. And so I know I'll enjoy Reload more for that front, because I can control my whole party. But we'll see. And I also kind of want to hear the new voice cast properly, because there was a lot of VAs involved in Reload that are, like, not old friends in the sense of I know them, but old faces that I recognize from, like, a lot of other stuff, and it was cool to, like, hear them and see and find out they voiced them. Like, Alejandro is the voice of Akihiko, who is, like, Sino in Genshin, Jingyuan in HSR, Anton in Zenless. Alex Lee, who is Lighter in Zenless, is the protagonist in P3, who's also Luke in Street Fighter 6. So I think both of these chests are mimics, which is why I'm trying not to catch both of them. So I'd rather fight one at a time than deal with both. And the reason why they're both mimics down here is to catch people trying to sprint through. What's in Avarice? Because there's a whole bunch of enemies here. You might just spot the chest, try and sprint through them, panic open it, and you just get eaten. And it doesn't matter which one you go for, you just get eaten. But yeah, it'll be like Metaphor over the summer going into autumn, because Metaphor might take me longer because the summer will stop me doing longer streams because, you know, the PSI will just overheat. But then going into winter, I said I'll probably do either Persona 5 Royal or Persona 3 Reload. But we'll see. It depends what mood I'm in by the time I finish Metaphor. I might reach the end of it and go, I don't really feel like, you know, I might have like that kind of mode. Now, we've done just about all we can here. Unfortunately, Siegmeyer's not here, so we're going to have to fight Yorm ourselves, because I don't know how to continue his quest line. But that's okay. I've got 25,000 souls. Let me bone back first, spend these souls, and then we'll go fight Yorm. So Yorm's a pretty gimmicky, not too bad boss. The only thing I might unironically do, just because I'm not the best at quick menuing, and if you don't know the fight, you will understand very quickly why you need to be able to quickly menu. I might put some of my weapons in my box, just so I've got room and it'll be easier to spot it. So I have got a few things now.
Welcome. Very then taken.
Oh no, I got it to 40, so I don't need to level that anymore. Yeah, I'll go health.
Farewell, Ashen Money.
Because like, if I go by equipment, I went, quick, find this sword. You'd be like, ah! Which is why, I mean, I might chuck some of them in my box. Or like all but the weapon I'm using in my box and then just get them out afterwards. Armor doesn't matter. Now it'll be way easier to spot. Awesome. I also need to remember how to use this fucking sword when we pick it up. Because it's a gimmick sword, but it's been a while since I've done it, so I can't remember how you use it. But basically, Yorm the Giant, the boss we're approaching, can only be hurt with one weapon. Well, he can be hurt with everything, but he'll only be significantly hurt with one weapon. If you try and fight him without it, you're fighting one of the hardest bosses in the game unreasonably. So you pick up the sword and then use it. Not that weapon, you only say a greatsword. Excuse me. Oh, well, they just let me run past, huh? Awesome. Alright, time for Yom the Giant. Anyway, there's a weapon by his throne you need to get to. It's the only way to effectively hurt him. Because if you try anything else... Do you see how that health bar didn't fucking move? Here is the Storm Rider. Oh, fuck, how do you do it? Ow. Got ya. Can't fucking see shit. Come on, charge up, you piece of shit. If you manage to do the Siegmeyer quest, Siegmeyer will come in here with his own Dragon Ruler, and you can double team him. Which makes the fight a complete joke, by the way, because he can't fucking do anything to stop you. But there goes the fight. But now 3 of the 4 lords are done. We're going to get kidnapped. Because now we can go do the 4th and final lord. We can go to Prince Lothric.
And awaits its one last lord. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
Oh, but as soon as you spawn in, as when we spawn in the next area, fucking leave, because we're going to go straight into the next boss. We will fight Dancer, and then we'll move on. Dancer is actually one of the most interesting bosses in the game, and for a reason you won't realize on an average playthrough. And the reason why... Let me just use this, get out of here. The reason why is because every single boss in this game actually attacks to the rhythm of the music on every 2nd or 4th beat. Which means you can actually beat this game blind, technically, with the bosses, because you can listen to the rhythm and listen to the rhythm of the music to find out when they're attacking and respond. Except the Dancer. The Dancer attacks on every 1st and 3rd beat instead. Which is why a lot of people, without realizing, if they have been listening to the music as they fight, get caught by the Dancer way more often than any other boss. Because they're out of sync with it. With what they're used to. And that's deliberate. That isn't like any kind of like accident. No, that's deliberate. The Dancer dances to the off beats instead of the on beats. We can like get all our shit back in here now, by the way. But with 2 more lords down, we've got 2 more ashes to add to the chair. Right, let's go fight Dancer. Also, can I walk back to that very bottom? I can. They did activate that warp. I was gonna say, did they just, like, steal that warp from me, or am I good? Vort will be the closest. Okay, thank you. Just let me run past. You're not, though. I already know you're not. Yeah.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a law.
Also, you can access the Dancer fight whenever you want, when you first get here, if you just kill her. When she's sitting in the throne. The moment she dies, it summons the Dancer. So you can fight the Dancer as early as actually the first real boss after Eudix if you want. Wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Here she is. The Dancer of the Boreal Valley. After we fight Dancer and unlock the next bonfire, I will go start exploring the Demon Ruins, because I said I would after we got the other souls. But this fight might take me a little bit, just because of the rhythm of the attacks being different. So I'm likely going to get hit more often. I think she can be bled. Okay, maybe I'm too powerful. Maybe I'm too powerful. Holy shit. Hey, maybe I'm too powerful now. We just ate her alive. What the fuck? That shouldn't happen. Dancer's a real hard fight. Oh no. Maybe we're just too powerful now. It's okay, Dragon Slayer armor will destroy us, the next proper boss. Anyway, this is kind of cool. The way the statue unlocks. It unlocks by shoving the sword into the neck. And then the blood fills the basin. Yay! Before we start doing Lothric Castle, the last major area of the main story, we've got some detouring to do. We said I'd explore out the demon ruins, so we will. And then we've also got a bunch of side questy-esque things that we need to do. Sure, give me like my 100 or whatever. 50, it's not even 100. I oversold it. So let's go back. And then when we come back, we will go to the demon ruins. And start exploring that out. There's no boss or anything. It's just an area to explore that we haven't explored, so we will. Also, at some point, I need to try fighting the giant fucking Solaire worm.
Welcome.
Because that gives us, I think, a bone ash, which would be nice.
Farewell, Ashen One.
In fact, I might start by trying to do that, if we can. Because it will just be a U-turn from where we start, right? We'll just be here. That's not even a U-turn, we spawn's facing it. Come on, you fuck, spawn. Or do I have to go so far this way to, like, encourage you? There he is. Fucking crossbow's gonna be annoying though. I'm not there. Holy shit. He's getting caught by the crossbow every now and then. I'm seeing him take damage values. That's probably why he's raging over there so much, because he's getting hit by the crossbow. And it's pissing him off. Yeah, I'm seeing him take damage numbers. He's nearly dead. He is dead! Lightning Stake and the Undead Bowshard. Okay, that was easy. I think the crossbow, honest to God, did most of the work. I think the crossbow just destroyed him. We got that shard. So I think the most flasks you can have, I think it's 14 and like plus 6 or 7. I'd have to look it up. So I think there's a shard in here somewhere. The only things we won't be able to get is that we don't have I don't know where the lava walking ring is, or like the fireproof ring is, so I can't really go into and get any loot that's in the lava, because there is going to be lava down here, because, you know, demons. Oh, that's toxic as well. Da, 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 da. No, you bitch, get off me! You bitch. I saw the rock monster. Yeah, good to see that we're near, familiar territory. You're kind of molten already. Oh, that does no damage. I was going to say, I don't think this will hurt you. So you got to wail on you the old-fashioned way. Oh, okay. Really nailed that jump, huh? Okay, let's go back up, I think. But you can see the whole game's constant theme where everything's dying. Even the demons are, like, dying and fading out. What's left is just the dregs. Everything's dying in Dark Souls 3. Nothing's like, surviving anymore. And shouldn't be forced to keep surviving against all odds. Oh, there's a fucking Black Knight down here, huh? Okay. Black Knight sword, that tracks. At least we're back to not having to spam X on doors like Dark Souls 2. I can just roll into them, and if they don't react, I know we're good. Also, because the Demon Ruins has no actual, like, end point, we're going to explore it until I'm satisfied, basically. When I feel like I've seen enough of what I want to see in here, we'll then leave and move on. I know I'll miss a few things, because this place is a fucking maze if it wasn't obvious already. Like, I don't even know how we get back here if we die, so that's why I'm kind of, like, being somewhat wary of how we proceed. There's nothing here but just the rat jams? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a hole we could have fell in. I get it. This was a trap. Oh, I just found the butt end of the trap. Of course you fuckers are down here. Why wouldn't you be? Clear some distance. I don't want to get cursed to death, thanks. Remember, if that curse bar underneath me fills up to full, it's an insta-kill, which is why I'm wary of it. And why I hate those enemies. These little fucking freakers. Okay, so there's a point to drop down onto there. That looks like it lines up with a wall back here. Hang on. Because it fucking does. The easily staff, awesome. I are so smart. Oh, hey, here found the lava. And you can already see, if I look over here, you can see there's an item in it. We can't get that. We'll die trying. Because we don't have any lava immunity. And I don't know where the lava immunity item is. Because there's no boss called the Ceaseless Discharge in this game that will drop it if we beat them. No, it wasn't Ceaseless that dropped it. It was the worm. The centipede demon. Christ. Snake Eater! The fuck's with this ladder? This is another one? What a thrill. Oh, there's a note to pick up there. Dragon Rider's bow. Oh, we're up by the giant crossbow. Okay. I was wondering why it was so fucking vertical. Ow. That giant crossbow. I should have gathered when I heard the sounds of it cranking and spinning that it could see us. I'm so glad they nerfed the shit out of these guys. These guys don't hurt anywhere near as much as they used to. Dark Souls 1, you'd bump into one of them and it'd just kill you. They learned so much about balancing throughout this trilogy. Need to be careful, we've only got so much Estus left. And these guys look scary. They weren't too bad. I was a little worried. I believe that disables the crossbow. Yeah, and you can descend from there. Doesn't look like there's anything here. We're not done exploring yet, but we've at least done, like, the main objective of here is getting rid of that. Oh, you can see part of... I wonder if you can see into this hole from up there. In this small part of the Ashen Lake that's been burnt over. From the Ashen Lake from Dark Souls 1. Now, just instead of ancient dragons and hydras, it's now infested with demons and skeletons. We should live that drop. Just to be safe, though. Yeah. We can't go in the lava to pick up any of that. We'll die. But we can at least do this and poke around. No! He died too. I tried to get back on. Yes, the lava just killed us. You know what the problem now is, though? I need to figure out how to fucking get back there to get my souls back. Oh, boy. Was I paying any real attention to where I was going on the way there the first time? God, no. So look how long our health bar's gotten compared to all our other bars. Even without the burning buff. The embers. Oh, I recognize this room. Okay. That's a start. Yeah, this is the secret wall of the Black Knight. You know, we really need more people chasing us. Oh, bitch. Well, there goes those souls. I tried to jump the gap and fucked it up. Well, there goes 33,000 souls. Oh, well. Still want to try and get back down there, though, because I want to see what that knight was going to drop. But I should have gone around. As soon as I landed, I was like, ah, shit. I knew we would toast, literally. Ow. Not now, Rat Jam. Okay, there's the big rat traps down here. Which was the petrification cursed frog forest. Because I always find some way to get down here. Okay, now, yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, this is where he spawned. Yeah, the Fumes Ultra Greatsword. The guy that we shared a death with. Oh, it just links around from here. Okay, that wasn't as exciting then. But that's only one side. We still got the other side to check. Oh, hey, bone shot. Okay. It was worth double checking then. There's a significant pickup there. Alright, fine, I'll go down. Is this where I think it is? It's exactly where I think it is. Okay. I had a feeling that would happen. I was like, I think someone will just go straight overhead. I want to try and figure out how to get to that other pickup, because there's I don't know, but I feel like that might be an Estus shard. So let's get back up and poke around. Honestly, if I could make one of these jumps to get over this, we'd be peak, but I know that's not going to happen. But it's not this one, it's the other one that I fucked up. Well, I fucked up this one too and died, but I mean the one we fucked up first that had loot on the other side of it. Because you have to be very last second about it. And you can't influence it the way you could in 2. Where 2's controls were looser. That's towards the Black Knight. This is the pit we landed in. Let's go upstairs then, see if there's anything we can find up. Ow! Anything up here. It was this pit that we kind of couldn't hit. Oh, we're not going to get much of a fucking chance at this rate! Yep. Oh, we were poisoned anyway. We didn't have anything with us. But that fucking jump. If we can hit that fucking jump, we'll be in business. But I remember it's very precise. Okay, no, it looked like it was going to break if I stepped on it, so I had to check. Go, go, gadget, make the jump. Fuck. Just kill me, you bastards. It'll be quicker. Oh, come on. It's like frame fucking perfect. There's a fucking bonfire down here? What? The Old King's antechamber. Guess we weren't done exploring then. This is like a secret. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh, is this the other side of that fucking jump? It absolutely is. There's our Estus shard. I fucking knew it was. I just sensed it. I could feel it in my fingers. I could feel it in my bones. That drops us back in the main room. So now so I think it's 14 is the max. So we're missing one more shard, which is probably going to be in Lothric Castle somewhere. I have to double check this, but I feel like it's 14 and plus 7. So we're almost there on everything. Because we need to give them the 2 shards that the 2 bone dusts we've got in as well. It's a pyromancy tome, okay. Well, I got what I wanted. Bye, lads. What's that fucking sound? That looks like kind of suspicious, but it's just like a gap but into like a flat ceiling. That looks like it can break. That looks hella fucking suspicious. Something just died. Let's try and deal with these guys and explore the room out properly. And there was one more of you. Unless that's the one that somehow died, maybe he clipped through something. There was a third one, I don't know where the fuck he went. So yeah, he must have clipped through something, that's how I got random souls. That's probably all the sound I could hear, was him clipping through something. No fake walls? At all? Alrighty. An interesting place to chuck a bonfire then, if there's not that much seemingly to do. I'll do one more like glance around the neighborhood, but I think I'm ready to like say we've got what I wanted out of here yet now. Yeah, no, that was to the Estus Shard. Yeah, and this is just this room back at the start. Got it. Oh, we still haven't figured out how to get to that. Alright, solved it. I thought that wall looked a bit more... Can you all fuck off? I thought that wall looked a bit more suspicious. Oh, and this is showing that two of the extensions of Quelaag actually did find each other in the end and got their happy ending amidst all the everything else. But we don't have the flame boot, so we can't get through this. That'll do though. To me home. Ugh.
Just wasn't.
I still have a second chunk. Pretty. Oh, where's our pyromancer? I have to go find him.
By the gods. The last.
You should have easily lost them. Yep.
By the god, the last of them. But I regret to say.
Can't accept this. Quite pyromancers are for witches, must be learned from a mistress. Oh, okay.
I'm afraid I cannot kiss it.
And he won't take either of these. Okay.
Do not want it.
Heavens. 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 She was already...
He's going through it. Oh, he died too. Oh, there's a lot of quest lines I think we fucked up here, by the way. Hey, I think we fucked up like every single quest line. It's all good. Would be a Souls game if it wasn't at least one quest line I fumbled.
Now in and come.
I should check Dancer. Soothing Sunlight for Dancer. Or the Dancer's Enchanted Swords. I don't think I can speak. Oh, they're free. Oh, I might as well pick them up. Demon, Yorm the Giant if you want his great machete. Or his shield. We need 12 on that. Oh, I didn't have them equipped. Whoops. I was wondering why the movesets on them didn't seem any fucking different. Yeah, okay, no, I'll stick with what I got. Thanks, game. Rightio, to Dancer. We're not going to fight Prince Lothric today. My plan is to get to Champion Gundyr. And then do Lothric Castle properly next time we stream this. Which will be a little bit, because I said I'm like... We're going to do we'll try and do some Atelier tomorrow, assuming nothing goes wrong. Saturday I'm off. Sunday we're going to do the Fate collab on Ghost Star Rail. And then I'm taking Monday and Tuesday off, so Wednesday will be Zenless, Thursday we'll do the Metaphor stream, so maybe next Friday. Maybe like a little over a week from now. But anyway, we can proceed forward, or we can go this way. Which leads us to optional content. And important optional content if I want to get the ending I want to get, because this literally leads into it. Well, it leads into getting the item that will allow us to get that ending after the final boss. We just have to survive this area first, which is a challenge. The Consumed King's Garden. Oh, hey, there's an Estus shard. That was easy. I think we have as many Estus as we can get now. I think that's the last shard. I think it's 14 you get as the max. I'll have to look it up. But to be honest, 14 Estus for healing is more Estus than you're ever going to need, really. When it comes to any boss fight. Surviving the environment, especially with all these plus of mans around, maybe not so much. But beyond that... Cool. Yeah, I see you up there. I can't remember how we get to you, but I do see you up there. Because, yeah, the path is blocked there. Yeah. Get down here. Damn it. Oh, you can hear the Consumed King screaming from here. We're not going to get to fight him right a second, but we can hear him. There's one knight was determined to, like, kick my shit in. And you love it when it's just one enemy that's determined to fucking kill you no matter what. Oh, bye. Ooh, the shadow shit. The club. Oh, this is toxic, so my health's gonna really disintegrate her. You got on here? I'm dead. What else was I supposed to fucking do? But yeah, that's to open a shortcut, so it'd be nice to get it, but I wasn't expecting to fucking hop on the lift with me. What a psycho. Where did he land? Okay, he did die. I was gonna say, he landed on something and didn't take damage at first. So I was like, where did he land? Where is he? Oh, there he is. The Cathedral Knight leggings. Oh, heavier, but they are mostly better. The only thing it loses is slash. Have I got anything else Cathedral Knight? I don't think I have. No. Alright, let's try again to get that shortcut. I've got that one knight chasing me into hell. He was on one. He was like, no, this kid dies. Velvet, nuh-uh, she dies. And I believe this is literally just for a shortcut. Oh yes, I know the shortcut route now. It's coming back to me. Shit, time scale, hell yeah. Then we unlock the door, and there's our shortcut. So you can just, if we die to the boss, we just straight through here, try and dodge these guys and get to the left and go down. I have 27 embers, so I'll burn one. Remember when Elden Ring made it so like you could get something similar to an ember, but it was the first one you got, and it worked like the embers in this, so all the ones that came later that worked differently, like, not that many people touched at first, because it was like, well, why would I go with anything other than the generalized stat boost? Dragon Scale Ring. Reduces damage for... Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to get backstabbed any more times after this, so we will be fine, he says. Bless Gem. Off screen, I might grind up these guys to try and get their armor sets, though. Because their armor set looks like it might be like a natural upgrade from what I've got. Alright, Mr. Consumed King. Let's do this. With his invisible half-dragon, half-human baby in his hands. Good old Ocelot. Well, it depends on your different theories. Like, I like the theory that his baby is there, it's just invisible because of the blood.
Ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you?
But I also understand that
Beloved Ocelot.
they might have wanted to not let this game's age rating get too out of the way, so they couldn't have him literally have a baby, because if he did, well, as you'll see in the fight, he kills it. And so they can't, they wouldn't be able to show that. But you can see he keeps it in his hand because he's holding an invisible baby there. There's also a theory that he's just gone insane and there is no baby, but I kind of like the theory that I kind of prefer the idea that there is a baby, it's just invisible because it's half dragon, half human. No, he's gonna crush it in his hands and go mad. There you go, now that baby's dead, he just smashed into the fucking ground. And now you go into the harder phase 2, the real fight, where he loses his mind. Which is wild when you think about it. It's like, if it was visible, like, you just watch this beast just completely slam dunk a fucking baby into the ground so hard it explodes. It's like, that's insane. But we're done here. Soul of the Consumed Osiris. We're not done here yet. Fuck, I hate allergies. Oh, you're getting your ass kicked. You son of a bitch! Ah! Path of the Dragon. Okay, so we can now do the... I'm going to put that over you. We can go to Archdragon Peak. Which what I might do... because we're not going to do Lothric today. The last thing we're going to do is Champion Gundyr, which is the next fight. After Champion, I might at least unlock Archdragon, so when we're ready to do it, we can just go straight to it. And like when we're ready, go fight Ancient Dragon, and then the super boss, the Nameless King. But this area, the Untended Graves... it's a voided out Age of Dark recreation of the tutorial area. What it means in lore, people have been debating that ever since, because there's very little information about what all of this means. And why this is here and like this, but I'm going to go back. It also counts it as part of the Cemetery of Ash, like the starting area. But we're going to go back to the Firelink, because I can spend my souls. And before we do the untended graves, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break as well, but let me at least spend my souls and shit. Because I haven't taken one yet, and we've been going for just over 3 hours, so I gotta go, man. Especially with how much water I'm drinking, where it's only getting warmer.
Welcome. Very well, then taken.
It's why tomorrow's only going to be a very casual one, and I'm not sure how Sunday's one's going to go, because it's just only going to get hotter.
Ashen One, has the little Lord Ludleth spoken to thee of any curious matters? I sense that he possesseth some knowledge of a thing once most precious, or most terrible, now lost to the firekeepers. Pray tell, is it a matter of which I should be apprised? Farewell, I may the...
I will find out for you, my dear. Hey, Ludleth, the fuck do you know?
So, most illustrious Lord Seeker, or should I say, Lord Soul, fine kindling for the thrones, is it not? Each soul truly worthy of lordship, and all slain by thy
And thrones even in death. And no qualms, for we are as our thrones as our duty. In fact, methinks thou should help to those poor lords along their rightful path. Oh, okay, he doesn't say it, but he doesn't bring it up. But we do have another Estus shard that we can burn, so we'll go. We can break to give us 14 fucking flasks. And they give you that many. By the way, the reason why they end up with so many flasks in this game is because if you're going for magic builds, you will need to use some of those flasks for your magic. I don't have any of them. Alright, so before we proceed, I said I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break, so I'll be back in just a minute, guys. I'm back. Let's go to the untended graves. Because we actually started the game where these guys are over here. But just in the other version of the cemetery, not this one. Shit. Also, the ring we picked up, increase focus points restored by the Ashen Flask. Jesus. Oh, that was a backstab? Oh, I was just swinging at him. I'll take it. Hey, doggy. Oh, we didn't get him. Creepy ass fucking dogs. Gee, I wonder what's over here. Considering we had the giant crystal lizard. There's two of them now. No, they will come back. They'll put up a strong fight if we go challenge them now, so we'll come back. Is this checkpoint bonfire still here? In this version? No, but there is an invader that's going to come say hi. I deserve that. Oh, same idea, huh? Alright. Off the cliff you go. Oh, you haven't fallen off. You're on like a fucking magic pixel. Oh, now you've fallen off. There we go. Unfortunately, that meant that your loot fell off with you, so I'll have to get it when I reload the area. Head out, bud. Have fun. Oh, thank you. So we are kind of wrapping up because just through there is the next boss, Champion Gundyr, and it's the last boss I plan to fight today. And then next time we play it, we can start working on the optional content a lot once we do Lothric. Well, I say that we're in the optional content right now, but more optional content because we've got Lothric. Once we've done Prince Lothric and Lothric Castle, we've got the super boss with Archdragon Peak, and then the DLCs, and then we can wrap up the game. Holy shit. But you take care, dude. summon here? Just the Swordmaster, huh? Wow, he's flung me up and kicked me in the air. Easy. There we are. Yeah, these our bleed plus these sword combo is kind of fucking fierce. It's why I just went for the fight, even though we'd like used some S's along the way. I had a feeling we'd be fine. It is a fierce-ass combo to have. Alright, now to pick up our Just Desserts. The thing that we need for the ending I'm after, and also the ability to walk back without having to spend a bide. Gotta be worried the knights everywhere. Yeah, there's our coiled sword, so now we can warp wherever we want, so I can swap this with it. Because it's reusable. And...
Well, a lost lamb want well, what? Best.
Blacksmith's hammer. Somewhere in here is the eyes. I know they are the Firekeeper's eyes, which we need for the Age of Dark ending I'm after. Not that I remember precisely where it is, but we'll poke around until we find it. Oh, I think it's here. Yes, Eyes of the Firekeeper. Also, do you see how that wall didn't, like slowly fade out? It just ceased. Pair of dark eyes, said to be the eyes of the first Firekeeper, and the light that was lost by all Firekeepers to come. It reveals to the sightless Firekeepers things that they should never see. No, I'll let her see it. Because if you allow her to see, it gives you the option to get the Age of Dark ending. But I believe that's everything we need from here, so we can leave. I'm just double checking. It's just dark. It's just black void. The Chaos Blade. Easy, Mr. Black Knight. Okay, just another soul. Ow, holy shit! What are you protecting? Hornet ring. Oh. Glad I checked. But now I think that is everything, so we can GTFO. And we'll check the Hornet ring in a sec. I think I know what it is. Yeah, boost crit damage. So if you go for crit damage, you get way more out of it. I don't know what would be... no, okay, what I got. And you'll also hear the music change when I give her this, because the game acknowledges that you're making the choice. You're making a different choice. You're not going to, like, keep the fire going.
Welcome home, speak.
Give her the eyes. Listen to how the music changes as I do this.
Ashen One, are these eyes? How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we firekeepers have been missing. Ashen One, my thanks for the eyes thou'st given, but firekeepers are not meant to have eyes. It is forbidden. These will reveal through a sliver of light frightful images of betrayal, a world without fire. Ashen One, is this truly thy wish? Of course. I serve thee, and will do as thou bidst. This will be our private affair. No one else may know of this. Stay thy path. Find lords to link the fire, and I will blindly tend to the flame. Until the day of thy grand betrayal.
I love how the music changes.
Very well.
And the music will stay like this anytime you come back now. Because the game is actively acknowledging that you plan to destroy the fire. To end this. How much does this go up by each level now? Oh, you're really not enough.
Ashen One, forgive me if this soundeth strange. The eyes show a world without fire. A vast stretch of darkness, but 'tis different to what is seen when stripped of vision. In the far distance, I sense the presence of tiny flames, like precious embers, left to us by past lords, linkers of the fire. Could this be what draws me to this strangely enticing darkness?
Yeah, because if you allow the Age of Dark to come and by, it doesn't mean there'll never be another Age of Fire in the far future. It's just allowing things to move on, and that's what she can see.
Very well, then touch the dark, take nourishment. Farewell, Ashen One, mayst thou thy peace discover.
But we're on our path now. We're pursuing the darkness.
Gaining inside even accursed eye.
And if you ever change your mind, if you slice down your maiden, she will drop the eyes again, and then when you go back, she will acknowledge that you've done that, and basically, but not be mad at you. She'll genuinely just say, like, no, you probably made the right choice. Then from that, we can restore the fire. But no, the world has gone with fire for too long. We will bring about the Age of Dark at the end of this game. But every time you come back to Firelink Shrine, you're going to hear this music now. The old Firelink theme's gone. I'm just seeing if there's anything here. I feel like there was at least something here, but maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah, that'll do. I said off screen, the last thing I said I was going to do before we vanish, I said I was going to unlock Archdragon Peak. So let me just do that. So then when we go, and when we have to go find it later, we can just go to it. We don't have to like fuck around. Yep, there goes my health. Yep, excuse me. I think it was this way that then led outside for us to do it. But we need to do the path of the dragon gesture in the space. Okay, it is here, good. So, like, perch your ass. Path of the dragon, and wait. And we will to be taken to Archdragon Peak. Like I said, next time we meet, we won't do this yet. I'm just unlocking it. We'll do Lothric Castle first, and then once that all cleared out, and the only thing left to do is finish the game, we'll start with Archdragon Peak, and then from there, start working on the DLCs. But Archdragon will take us a while anyway. We've managed to get by quite swimmingly with a lot of things in this game. That will come to a head soon. Let me find the first bonfire here. I hope it's not post-Ancient Dragon. If it's post-Ancient Dragon, then I might quickly try and fight Ancient Dragon, because that boss fight's not hard. It's annoying, but it's not hard at all. But I'm hoping... Yeah, hey, Archdragon Peak, that the bonfire will be before the boss. And you can tell we're not 100% ready for here, because the enemies have gone back to doing considerable damage every time they hit me. Because they expect you to leave this till very fucking last. You don't need homewards anymore. This is our shortcut. Yeah, hi. Let me get out of that. There we go. I just want to get to the first bonfire and we'll leave. I can see it. I can literally see it. Yeah, because up there is Ancient Dragon, because you go straight into the boss fight. In fact, you know what? Let me just get Ancient Dragon out the fucking way. Hang on. Make it the very last thing we do. I'll try the... For those who know it, I'll try the cheese method, like, once. If I don't get it, oh well. Then I'll just run through. Because essentially, the way this boss works, it's a gimmick boss. You have to advance through a level whilst it's attacking you, and then when you get to the end, you one-shot it. Because you've done what you need to do. Oh yeah, I had a feeling this guy would be too big to backstab. fucking interrupted. Great. I nearly got like a free hit in and I got interrupted by a random fireball. By that fuck. Hey. Fuck you. Oh, you're here. Top uphill to be safe. Right, let's go. Hey, buddy. Well, the Ancient Wyvern, not Ancient Dragon. Ancient Dragon was last game. I don't know the position properly. No, I don't know the position properly at all. Fuck it. I'm not going to keep trying. I don't know the position for it. But basically, if you get a plunging attack animation kick off and you touch his head, it insta-kills him. Yeah, the game's telling you, hey, by the way, the only way to kill him is to plunge him. It literally spells it out for you. Like, the note that's under him says run, the second note says plunging attack. But you basically, you speed run through a whole level here. Yeah, try plunging attack. Like, they're gonna make sure you fucking know. They spell it out. Lads. Bro! The fucking fireball tapping me. And they're not going to let you take any of what would be the shortcut paths. Which is why the fog wall's blocked there, because that technically will count as leaving the arena. I know, I'll get about that. I'll worry about that later. Weakness head. Plunging. There we go, fight's over. And this note's one that says, yeah, plunging attack. But that's it, that's the fight, it's just a level. And it should immediately warp us away to go towards Nameless King. But obviously, we can now go back and explore all here properly, which I'll probably just do off screen. I'm also going to look up off screen, if there's any other shards and bone dust I'm missing. Because I don't know about shards, but I think I'm missing one bone dust. Because I think it's 14 flasks and plus 7 in the end. But now for realsies I'm leaving, because we won't stand a chance against Nameless. Firelink, take me home. Spend these souls and then call it. In fact, we made a lot of progress for 3.5 hours. So I did say yesterday that today would probably be a smidge shorter, just because, you know, I'm going to be busy. But even saying that, we've done alright. We've got a lot done in just 3.5 hours. It's crazy what happens when you have a bit more of an understanding of a gameplay compared to like Dark Souls 2, where it felt like one stream we made a lot of progress and the next one we barely made any. Now our vitality is at 25. I think it can stay there. I don't think our equip load needs to be much higher right now. So I'll keep vitality at 25 and just start upping these.
Ashen One, kill me and strip these eyes from.
Oh, and this is her saying, hey, if you change your mind, slaying her will undo it.
Ah. Gracious, let the I only her.
Oh, I only have so many of these stored. I'll buy a few of them. Oh, I should see if the boss souls give me anything. But then I really will wrap up, I promise. I know I keep saying I will, but we will.
Aha, so.
Osiris gives us... Oh, see if the scaleless is ice breath. Steve's research seemed to strike a chord with old Big Hat, who, in his mad, disrobed state, made divine work such as this. His own Osiris was no doubt edified by it. High Lord, Pontiff, Blood of the Wolf, consumed Osiris. We get the Moonlight fucking Greatsword. Hey, I might just get that for the iconic state. Because I didn't get it in 1 or 2. Because 1, you need to cut off Steve the Scaleless' tail, and 2, you need to finish a quest line. There's your dragon weapon associated with Seath the Pale Drake. Yeah, and you can get the wave. I might just take it, like I said, just for the legacy, even though I won't be able to use it. And champion does we can get the Hellbird. Oh, increase vigor, endurance, and vitality, but take more damage. No. I appreciate the offer, but no. Let me just take this. Yeah, the Moonlight Greatsword.
The eyes show a world destitute of a place. So I willed myself Lord. What is thine? I took the mantle of Lord of Cinder of mine own volition.
Speak these words with pride. Choose thy fate alone, seize it with your own hands. All the more should thy fate entail such foul betrayal. Yeah, he kind of... I like how he's kind of sussed it. It's like, oh, you gave her eyes, huh? What are you up to? Like, he knows. Tyrant breath. Teh. Got any more? Okay. God, only almost 14 hours in, and we're in the last major area. Crazy. Anyway, that'll do from me. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Additionally, you can find my BlueSky and Patreon in the description of every single video. But until then, you guys take care now. Peace.